Now I'm going to share with you the resources, the things that I read that helped me understand mind control and cults. I've read Caroline Jessop's two books. The first one was called Escape, and the second one, Triumph. Caroline Jessop was born in the Fundamentalist Latter-day Saints Church in Utah. And this other book, Sarah Hamilton Byrne, the title of which is Unseen, Unheard, Unknown. And this is a very, very sad story of a child being taken from her mother here in Australia, in Victoria, in the 90s, and being brought up in a house hidden away with other children, and being raised by this guru woman who had women beating the children every day, and it's just really a sad story. And Steve Hassan, who was part of the Unification Church, or otherwise called as the Moonies, after the Reverend Moon, and he's a cult expert, and they are must-read books, those, Releasing the and Combating Cult Mind Control. And also I've read other books such as like My Brother's Eyes by David and John Aliff, and it's about a cult here in Sydney and in New South Wales. And I also have read an excellent book by Jan Jalilich, Bounded Choice. Jan Jalilich was in a political cult in America, and she is a cult expert now, and it's an excellent. Also other books which I have read that helped me a lot to understand the cults and to educate myself and understand mind control. The book from the Margaret Singer, Cults in Our Midst, and the book from Robert J. Lifton, Thought Reform and the Psychology of Totalism, a study of brainwashing in China. And another excellent book, which is not specifically about cults, but about the psychology of influence. And it's written by a psychologist called Robert Cialdini, and it's an excellent book. I think it's a must-read because it opens your eyes to all the weapons of influence that people can have on one another to influence people there. And it totally applies to the environment in cults as well, because those things are present as well on top of everything else. And books about specifically the 12 tribes, I only know of two, and one I'm not able to read because it's in German, but it's by an ex-member, and it just came out by Robert Player, and the title translated in English is Satan Never Sleeps. But the only book published that I know in English about specifically just the 12 tribes is a book by Robert Pardon of the New England Institute of Religious Research. Robert Pardon and Judith Barber conducted a study, a very thorough study on the Messianic communities, which is the 12 tribes, and before that they were called Northeast Kingdom Community Church. And he titled his study Messianic Communities, Journey from Orthodoxy to Heresy. I don't know how you say that, orthodoxy to heresy. Now about movies I have watched about cults and influence. The title of one is Ticket to Heaven, and it tells the story of a young man getting into the Unification Church, the Moonies. Savage Messiah was a movie that came out in 2002, and this is about a real story of a real cult led by Roch Thiero, French Canadian from Quebec, who called himself Moise. And yeah, it's pretty full on. The Wave It tells the story of a class experiment in America, and yeah, it tells you a lot about social influence of groups. Eyes Wide Shut from Stanley Kubrick shows a cult, kind of an elite cult. It has Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. And there's a comedy called Wanderlust, with an A, Wanderlust. And it's about a New Age cult. And it's funny, but you do learn things about cults in there that are quite true. Videos about mind control. Well, there's a lot of videos out there, and there's two that I already pointed to. The Psychology of Evil by Philip Zimbardo, that's a must-see. And then there's another one that's from Robert Cialdini, here where he talks about influence. It's very, very interesting. And then I have many other videos. If you can just check my my YouTube channel, XTT Me Too. Also, for specifically info about the 12 tribes, check out this website, question12tribes.com. There you'll find out not only videos, but also documents and links to more info. 12tribesx.org is another valuable source. Thank you for listening to this presentation on mind control in the 12 tribes, and I hope it has inspired you.